Hi, it's Steph. Thanks for clicking. This is my second update for Throwback 30. This is the Fantastic Ladies collab that was created by Jessica Lee. It takes 30 other Fantastic Ladies projects and combines them so that we get to do projects that we previously didn't or ones that were favorites and we want to revisit. This project started on July 28th and it ends on July 28th. I did bring in all 30 projects that were voted in the intro, and at the last update I still had all 30. I hadn't met any goals yet. I do have goals now though. I'm going to start at the top of the alphabetical list. I used 17 of the 30 products in the last month, so we're just going to go through those 17. The first project is the very first one, and that is 12 Days of Christmas. That was themed around the song. So you were to take each of the 12 lines of the song and assign an item to them. So I randomized a line and I picked a product to go with it. The line that I randomized was 6 geese a-laying, which I think is kind of a harder one. This product selection was kind of a reach, but what I went with is when I think of geese, I think of Canada geese because they are very abundant where I live in the US, even though they are called Canada geese. Mac was also once a Canadian brand, but it is very prevalent in the US as well. It's also now owned by an American conglomerate. So I brought in my Mac Skin Canvas Balm, which is also kind of Canadian geese colors-ish. My goal, of course, was to finish this little sample, and last night I did that. It took 18 uses to finish it. It was an okay moisturizer. It wasn't amazing. If I found myself with a full size, that would be cool and I would use it, but I'm not going to go seeking this one out. Next is 50 Shades of Black, and that is for panning black things. I picked an eyeliner. This is the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Eyeliner in the shade Intense Black. I used it 4 times over the last month, and this is still going strong. I am now at 7 uses in this project. I did use this before it resulted in this project, and my goal is to finish it. I don't know when that's going to be. Whenever it just becomes too difficult to use and I can't get like a solid line with it, that's when I'll give it up. But still in here for now, still performing great. I do really like this eyeliner. It is still nice and pointy, which I like. So it'll be in here as long as it's in here. Next is 50 Shades of Brown. So that was for panning brown things, of course, and I picked something that was beige-ish, which is brown. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer in the shade N2. I have been using this for a very long time, actually. My goal is to finish it in this project. I'm not there yet, but there is more windowing on there than it was before. At the last update, I was starting to see windowing. Now there's more of it. That's the line I drew at the intro. I think it's a bit lower than that now, but I really can't tell the way this kind of clings to the side. I am getting less product on the wand when I pull it out now, but I am still getting enough product to use. I've used it 25 times in the last month, which is the number of times that I've worn makeup. So I am still using it, and I'm going to use it till it's gone, and I won't miss it when it's gone. It's a really nice concealer. 50 Shades of Green is for, you guessed it, green things. This is my Nature Lab Perfect Repair shampoo. It is green. It was full when it came in the intro, and it was there-ish last time, and now it's down here. I'm not actually marking this bottle because I can refill it. I could use nail polish remover to remove nail polish marks, but I'm too lazy to do that, so I'm just trying to finish this. It's still going. It's an okay shampoo. It's not a great shampoo, but I don't mind using it, and it's in here till it's gone. 50 Shades of Pink, of course, was the original, and it's for pink things. This is my Coastal Scents Stylized Duo, which is now a single, because I'm just trying to finish the one matte shade left in here. At the last update, I used this 3 times. I used it 7 more for a total of 10, and it is in here until it's gone. I had top pan last time, and I haven't really hit any other pans, but I think it is thinner around the edges. This is close enough to my skin tone that I can use it as a blending shade, and that's usually how I use it. So it's here till it's gone, and I think I can do that in a few months. I'm going to skip all the way down to Another Pan Bites the Dust because that's the next one on the list that I have used. This project was new this year and all of the prompts are Queen songs. I randomized Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian Rhapsody is a 7-minute song, so it is a product that takes a long time to finish. Eye primer takes a long time to finish. This is my NYX Glitter Primer. I am trying to finish this. I don't know if I'm going to pull that off or not. There is air in here, so it looks like it's like there-ish, but that's not right. It's lower because there's air. I used this 13 times over the last month, giving me a total of 23 uses in the project. I did, of course, have previous uses on this, which is why you can tell some of like the paint is wearing off there. I don't care if the paint wears off. I'm actually really impressed that this is still holding together because I know people have problems with these tubes breaking. I haven't had that issue yet, but we'll see if I can finish it. I don't know if I can or not. Next is Beauty and the Beast, and that was a newer project too that I am participating in. I randomized the prompt Belle. Belle is something different in your collection, and I picked my only nail treatment. This is the Nailtopia Orange treatment, and I'm trying to finish this. There's not much left down there. The brush just is touching the top of the product. I am putting it on its side in order to use it. This might be done for next time. There's not much left in here. I used it 5 times over the last month, which gives me a total of 9 uses in the project. We'll see how much longer it lasts, but I do think I can finish this in the next 2 months at least. Budget Beauty is a project for panning things that are inexpensive, and the inexpensive thing that I picked is a sample of an inexpensive product. This is the Cetaphil Moisturizing Cream, and this is now gone. I use this as a hand cream at night. So it's finished now. I used it all up. It was a good moisturizer. It's not scented. I do prefer scented moisturizers, and that's probably what would inhibit me from buying it. But if for some reason I were to ever experience like a skin sensitivity issue, this would be nice, and I would probably pick this up. So this is now out of the project as a goal met. Disney Princess Roulette was for the Disney princesses. Each princess had 2 colors that are assigned to her. I randomized a princess and I got Ariel. Her colors are purple and teal. I picked something purple just because I have more purple and also it's my favorite color. This is my Lilo & Stitch Ohana palette, and this is the shade Nani. It is purple. My goal is to use that 15 times. At the last update I had 1 use and I used it 3 more times for a total of 4. So I've made some progress there. That actually is a very nice purple. It's not all that sparkly, but I do really like the tone of it. I find it very flattering, and I'm perfectly happy to use that 11 more times. The project Happy Hour is themed around adult beverages, and I randomized the Prompt Happy Hour, which is something that you bought on sale. Tree Hut products go on sale pretty regularly, and that's when I bought this one. It's the Tree Hut Ocean Glow Shave Oil. I love this product. I had a different scent, and I determined that I really like this formula a lot, so I bought a new one whenever I could. And so there are my marks. I am trying to finish it. I am perfectly happy to do that. I do like this scent. I would probably buy a different one next time though, just because I kind of like to switch it up. So I like this scent, but it's not the perfect scent. So I'm still just gonna pick something else for variety next time, but I do like it, and it's in here for another few months until it's gone. Lip services for panning lip products, and the lip product that I picked is a lip crayon. This is the Peri Pura Perry's tint in the shade Fruity Orange. At least that's what I think it's called. The bottom of this is actually in Korean, but I think it's called Fruity Orange. There it is, all the way rolled up. There's not much left there. I'm thinking maybe like 3-ish uses left. I used it 5 times in the last month, which gave me a total of 8 in the project. I'm thinking this is going to be empty next time. I'm really close. It's a decent product. I don't think I would buy it again because the cap doesn't stay on. It's not purse friendly. That's why I have duct tape on there so that I could tape it together to throw it in my purse, but I don't really want to do that if I don't have to, so I probably wouldn't buy this again, but I don't mind finishing it. Next is Same Pan Last Year. That project is themed around holidays, and part of the idea behind that project too is that you could pick a product that you got like exactly a year prior. And that's roughly true with this product actually. The prompt that I randomized is Latin Heritage Month, so that is something that is a Hispanic owned brand. I picked a conditioner. This is the Nuco Super Thick Conditioner. And my goal is to finish this. There are my line markings. When I use this, I am using the matching shampoo, but the shampoo is not actually in this project. I'm just using them together. This smells like peppermint, which is nice. It's also not like really cold feeling. So there's a little bit of scalp tingle, but I don't feel cold when I use it. So I appreciate that. I have no problem using this up. It's a decent conditioner. I will say that there's an issue with the packaging. It's kind of flimsy for this product. I kind of almost feel like I'm going to break the pump when I use it. It hasn't happened yet, but I'm nervous that that could. But this is still in the project till it's done. That 70s pan is a project themed around the 70s, and I randomized the prompt The Jeffersons, which was a TV show about a black family. That is everything I know about it. The 70s was before my time and I never watched this show. But it's a black-owned makeup brand, and I picked this Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb Heat in the shade Lemon Lava. At the last update I'd used it 3 times. My goal is to use it 30 times, and I used it 5 times over the last month, giving me a total of 8. So I am getting closer. This looks yellow in the tube, but on the lips it's just really shiny. There's some glitter in there and it just gives a very high shine finish, which I like. So this is still in the project for another 22 uses, and I have no problem with that. That's Expensive is a project that is kind of the twin to Budget Beauty. It's for panning expensive things. I picked my most expensive foundation. This is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. And that's where I was when I brought it in the project. I had 2 uses on it as of the last update. I used it 5 more times for a total of 7. And it's a little bit lower. It's kind of in the middle of the word Idole, but I can't really make a new mark. It would just fuse with the first one. But I am trying to finish this. I'm not nervous. This is a very close match for me in the dead of winter, so it's kind of pale for me right now. The times I've used it, I was mixing it with a darker foundation to help balance things out. But this will get used up by the end of the project. It's just not going to be anytime soon. That's So 2000s is themed around the 2000s. I randomized a prompt and I got Bratz dolls. Bratz dolls have very exaggerated, unrealistic features, so it is a product that exaggerates your features. I picked a mascara base. This is the Lancome Base Day Mascara. I am trying to finish this. I don't use this all the time because it does work. It makes your lashes look longer. The thing is, I actually have nice lashes to begin with, so when I put this on and then I put mascara on, they get rather long, which is the point of the prompt, but then I can't wear safety glasses at work because my eyelashes are hitting the safety glasses. And then there are smears on the inside of my safety glasses and I can't see. So I don't wear this when I'm at work. I only wear it when I know I'm not going to be wearing safety glasses. So that's what the wand looks like. It does dry down clear. So if you're patient enough, you apply this and it's white on your lashes, but then it dries clear and then you coat it with mascara. But it does work, so if this is something that you're interested in, this product is effective. Then there's Turn and Burn. Turn and Burn is for panning samples or single-use items, things you go through quickly. I picked a sample. This was the Olaplex, what number are you? Number 8 hair mask. And yeah, I cut it open because it's now gone. I just used this twice more after the last update and it's finished. It's a nice hair mask. I don't know if it's really worth Olaplex prices, if that makes sense. So I liked it. I wouldn't pay full price, but if I found myself with it, I'd be pretty happy with it. But this is now gone and it is in mask empty in my collection. And last is Zodiac Panner. In this project, there are colors that are assigned to each of the 12 zodiac signs. 2 years ago, I did my sun sign. Last year, I did my moon sign. So, of course, I did my rising sign this time. My rising sign is Gemini. I don't really know what any of this means, but Gemini's color is yellow. So I went back into my Lilo & Stitch Ohana palette. This is the shade Paradise, which is a very yellow gold. My goal is to use that 15 times. At the last update, I had 2 uses. I used it one more time for a total of 3. But we're coming into season. That is a color I tend to wear more often in the fall, so I'm going to get more use on it by next time, I'm sure. So there's my update. I did hit 3 goals this time. I finished this mini face cream for the 12 Days of Christmas project. I finished this sample of the moisturizer, and this one was for Budget Beauty. And then I finished my Turn and Burn product, which was the Olaplex hair mask. So that's 3 empties. I now have 27 products left in this project now. So I do have progress to report, and I am thrilled about it. We'll see how many I can get for next time. I do think I will be meeting my goal on my lip service lip crayon. So that might be the only one. I'm not sure. We'll see how well I do. But either way, I will update with progress. Wish me luck. Good luck with your projects, and I will see you next month. Bye.